Each afternoon, real setups are broken down with entry strategies and the technical reasoning behind every trade. This is today's best trade setups with Verified Investing.
Welcome to today's best trade setups. My name is Benjamin Poole, head trader here at Verified Investing. We have the SPX heading higher, as well as US oil. Apparently, the stock market is just shaking off all of the news on the back of oil, and it continues to rise along with the S&P 500 and a lot of memory stocks. So we're going to go ahead and just dive into the charts. The first one I'm going to go over is the SPX. Here's this long-term trend line that we're monitoring from the highs of October 2025, secondary hit, third hit. Look at price consolidation. It consolidated right on top of that resistance level. We did break above it, got back below, and now we're trading at 71.22 right as I'm recording this video. So now that we're above this, where is our next level of resistance? Well, it's going to be this longer upsloping trend line. Pivot top here, secondary hit. Third hit would be at $7,375. So that is where we're looking at as a potential upside move on the SPX. Could head up to about $7,400. Ultimately, that is where I think we're going to have a pretty substantial pullback if we can maintain price action above this upsloping trend line right now, which we're currently at. I know it's overly extended to the upside. However, the charts are speaking that right now the bulls are in charge because of this upsloping trend line. If we did get a bid to the downside or a sell-off, I would look at $7,002 for a long play today. But it looks like the bulls are in charge right now, so we got to be a little bit more careful with this and wait for additional resistance. USO, I mentioned, was trading up a little bit today as well. I did say $125.84 yesterday would be an area to enter a trade. And if it stopped out on a 15-minute closing basis, I would exit that trade. And that's exactly what happened. It did stop us out just slightly out of the money. However, look at the reason that I was stopping out of the trade or willing to stop out. There was additional resistance right here at this gap in the charts, but it wasn't significant enough for me to add it to the position. So now what I'm waiting for is price to move inside of this red bar candle. Aggressive traders, 133.45 is that first shortable level. I'm waiting for this pre-market high at 134.40 for short on USO today. Gold had a nice move to the downside. Oh man, it got really close to 46.56 on the daily time frame. And look at this, right before that level, a ton of support in this area, and we got a little bit of a bounce. Now, all of a sudden, we're putting in this rounded top on the price action of gold. So $4,656 is still a good support level today. Once that breaks to the downside, your next move is going to be this high pivot point right here at 53.39. So this is not an area that I would play today. I would actually be waiting for a continued sell-off to right here about 45.39.97 for a day trade on the price action of GOLD. All right, we do have some stocks that are going higher, but you've also got airlines that are heading lower. UAL is looking to come back into a key gap in the charts that I'm really excited about. Let's go ahead and jump into that UAL chart. $89.33. Look at this move. So you had this big gap up, price consolidated a little bit, put in a nice bull flag, pushed up a little bit higher, got close to this 106.30, and look at the move to the downside. Now, all of a sudden, we're getting this continued selling pressure. However, once price action does get into this gap, there should be a lot of buyers who step up and enter this trade. So if we can get down here on UAL, this is where I'm looking to enter the trade. We did get a slight bid, but that's not enough for me to make this off of the table or take this off of the table on the chart of UAL. I still love this for an entry play today if we can get another bid down. WDC, look at this. Trend lines are wonderful when they work. Pivot top here, secondary hit, third hit. This was more of a kiss, but notice how it still had a pretty significant pullback off of this upsloping trend line. And look at what happened. It got right above this upsloping trend line, pierced $400, and now we're getting a sell-off. If we can get up to $405 today, this is where I would be actually looking to re-enter WDC on a short play, and that is a day trade opportunity. Not only is that a day trade, but because of this upsloping trend line with this move from the lows of March, the 30th of March, this is a 56 to 60% move to the upside. This is due for a pretty significant pullback. I see it coming into this double top area or a retest at $320.32. So if you are short, that is where I'd look to take profits on the chart of WDC. T-Mobile, TMUS is heading lower as well. You have this prior gap in the charts as support on the chart of TMUS. So if we do get a further sell-off today, 183.60 is that level of support that I would start inching into a day trade, knowing I've got this double bottom just a little bit lower where I could dollar cost average into the trade at $181. Oh, let me go ahead and reset that. $181.36. And so from 183.60 all the way down to 181.36, that is about a 1.5% move, just under a 1.5% move. So this would be my entry price, knowing I could add to this position at this double bottom, and then you should get a pretty sizable bounce on T-Mobile. Look at the chart of TMUS from the highs. Look at this. This was a pretty substantial move to the downside before we got this bid. 34%. Then all of a sudden we had this nice surge to the upside, 24%. So when we come back in, there should be a lot of buyers who entered this trade here, exited, and are waiting to pick this up at what their last average price was for another bid to the upside. Now, this is not necessarily for a swing trade. If on a swing trade basis, we do start closing below 181.36, the floodgates will open, and then you're heading down to this 173.65. And then really, I like this double top area. And this would be my area for a potential swing at $165.79. So these two first levels are day trade levels. 165.79 would be a potential swing trade opportunity on TMUS. So STX, WDC and STX generally move about the same. However, we had a nice sell-off on WDC, but STX is continuing to move higher. So what I'm looking at is now that we're above $575, I'm looking for a push up to the the $600 whole round number. Now, because of the way the market moves, if you have an order as an exit at above $600, there isn't always an opportunity to enter it at $600 because the markets see those orders. And so I would actually get in about $2 prior to that double top that $600 level for a swing trade today and a day trade. So this was one that I'd mentioned that if you had an opportunity to enter my first potential swing trade level, you could have taken some off the table. And so that's what I like to do with swing shorts is I like to keep my risk short and small because the max upside potential is infinitive. So it can continue to go up forever. And if you're not managing your positions, then that is an opportunity for a potential short squeeze. STX is way overextended, similar to what's going on with WDC. So I do anticipate a pullback. But now that we're above this upswing trend line right here, $600 is that level that I'd be looking to add to the position and or day trade, swing trade short this STX. Oracle is getting a nice push to the upside. I did give a level at $185.31. It did a great job of pulling back from that level. Now, that level is off the table. What I'm eyeing in the charts is $191.09. This is a gap in the charts before this huge fall. Look at the move. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how big of a move. That was a 28% or even a 29% move to the downside. Now, all of a sudden, we're having a 40%, 41% move to the upside into that gap. There are going to be a lot of people who were stuck in this trade right here who want to now exit the trade and take their losses, small losses, maybe a small profit, but 191.09 is where that is going to get a pullback. So I'm entering this on a day trade basis at 191.09 if we can get up there by 3 o'clock. Dell, look at this parallel channel. This is a channel that I've been monitoring for quite some time. As you can see, this goes back to the pivot low from the lows of April 2025 and the pivot lows right here from the 7th of March 2025. This is where the the upper end of the parallel channel is sitting, and this low pivot is where the lower end of the parallel channel is sitting. What I like is Dell has respected the lower end of the parallel channel on multiple occasions. Once we got inside of it, then my first shortable level was $210 peers, for an initial entry for a swing trade basis. $229.72 or $230, really depending on when this upper end of the parallel channel does get hit, is your add level on the chart of DELL. I do anticipate a pretty sharp pullback off that level, at least back to the midline where we've gotten some support and resistance on the way up. So that is why I'd be looking to add to the short position on DELL at that upper end of the parallel channel. Now, again, my take profit would be at least half of it off the table at the midline, and then see if we can get price action back to the lower end of the parallel channel on this chart. We are overextended from the lows of February. Look at the explosion that Dell's had. That's a 95% move, and it could go as high as 106%. Overextended, due for a pullback. But again, with a short level or short play, keeping my average close. However, being really conservative on my position size is key. GE Aerospace is heading lower today. Had a nice, I think it actually beat on earnings. This double bottom area at $270.79, if we can get down there by 3 o'clock, is going to be a key technical level that GE should get a bounce off of. Similar to what's going on with TMUS, this is really your line in the sand. So this is not necessarily a long opportunity for a swing trade. What I'd be watching for is a daily closing basis below this level. If it does close below that, then you've got the next level of support right here, this pivot top, pivot low, sitting about $255.75. Then all of a sudden, you're opening the door, if you break that, to potentially heading all the way down to $212.03. So a couple different ways you could play this. It breaks this support level, confirms below it, retraces the scene of the crime at $270.79. That could be your entry price for a short, knowing that if it does close back inside of this on a daily closing basis with confirmation, you just stop out. So right now, long play for a day trade, potential short setup in the next few days if we can get confirmation below it for a potential short. All right, AMD headed higher. I actually thought we were going to get a pretty substantial pullback. So what I've done is connected this pivot top from the November 1st, 23rd of November, 2021. Secondary pivot top. Here's a third hit of this upswing trend line. As you can see, we did get a minor pullback, as much as 4.28%. Now, all of a sudden, we've gotten above this upswing trend line. So what we got to do is look at where the next psychological resistance level would be, and that's at a Pierce of $300. If you're going into this, know that AMD at a Pierce of $300 may not actually get there. So if you're a little bit more aggressive, start it before $300, just slightly. Those of you who are a little bit more conservative, wait for a Pierce of $300, and then would have to get there by 3 o'clock in order for me to take this as a short opportunity. So something like AMD, where it's a $300 stock, I would look to add every $3 higher. If you're a little bit more conservative, if it does break above $300 on a 15-minute closing basis and holds above there, then you could consider stopping out of that trade if you don't feel like dollar cost averaging into it. This is a great swing trade setup for a short, but also a day trade if we can get to the right level. All right, last but not least, GEV. GEV is a monster today. Had some really positive earnings. Price, here's a pivot top, secondary hit, third hit. Look at how price consolidated right underneath this resistance or right on top of this resistance. And now we're getting this huge bit to the upside on the back of earnings. If it gets to $1,150 today, I would start taking this as a short play. Again, $1,150. Now that we're above $1,100, that is where I'd look to enter the trade. And then I would actually be looking for a pullback to about $1,078 for a potential move to the downside. And that's really just the opening candle before this huge move to the upside. So that's what I have for you guys. Thank you so much for all of the comments. You guys are really wonderful. I really appreciate all the positive feedback that I'm getting on this afternoon sessions. So, let's go ahead and go into this real quick. Verified Investing Extras. We have a new channel that we provide additional alpha for you. It's all for free. Go ahead and scan that QR code to get notified of when we go live or when we post our videos. So that way you can get the market information ahead of everybody else. And then go ahead and make sure you're liking, you're following, subscribing, and sharing with those friends on this channel so that way you can get them, or so you can get all the information as well when these go, when they hit the market or the YouTube. There we go. And then last but not least, I mentioned this yesterday, the Apex live day trading room. If you have a difficult time navigating these markets, when you have these wild moves to the upside where the S&P 500 continues to rip with oil ripping, and you don't know where to enter or exit the trade, we at the Apex live day trading room try to do a phenomenal job of walking you through each and every single trade. So I really encourage you to join us so that way you guys can make money alongside of us. And we actually closed out, I think, over $12,000, $13,000 today in the live day trading room alone. So, and that's pretty standard for us, closing out multiple trades. So again, if you guys want that guidance, please join us there. And with that said, you guys have a great rest of your day, and take care.